This is Jared with the Daily News here in Bowling Green. It's been a few weeks since we've seen you guys on the floor. I guess how have things been in practice and workouts? Coach says it's been a lot of individual, but what's it been like for you?
Everything's been good given the circumstances. Obviously, challenging being off for almost 3 weeks now, but that's something that I'd say most teams around the country have had to deal with throughout this season. We've been pretty fortunate up to this point, but like Coach said, we've been doing individuals and trying to stay prepared, staying prepared in the best way that we can with the circumstances given. So everything's all good.
Hey, Carson, this is Nick from the College Heights Herald. I guess to build off of that question, what have you been working on personally for you? And we just saw that you got that class award. So just what are your thoughts on that?
I'm grateful to have that award or being the nomination of the top 30 or whatever it is. And as far as what I'm working on, just staying in shape, staying game ready without having playing the games, just making sure my body's ready to go and try not to be too rusty.
Hey, Carson, I know when we talk to you guys before these games, you're usually about to hop into scout, later in the day. But this Rice team that you're going to play, I guess at this point, what do you know about them?
We went over them a little bit yesterday. Seems to be a team strong in shooting, 3-point shooting. But we'll get more into them today. So I'll learn more about that the rest of the day.
Carson, this is Nick again. You guys are going to have, out of the next 6 games that you guys have left in the regular season, 4 of them are going to be at home. And just how huge is it for you guys to be able to have those games at home prior to when you guys go play in the conference tournament? And I guess the week that you guys have left to make up games.
Home court always brings an advantage. This year a little bit different, obviously, with limited number of fans, but it's still always a positive to be at home, just where we're more comfortable at.
Josh, Jared with the Daily News here. It's been a few weeks since you guys have been on the court. Last time was, at Middle Tennessee. You guys were rolling along with 4 straight wins, I believe. And, you've been shut down for a while. Coach says it's been a lot of individual work, but I guess what have workouts and practices and stuff been like for you and the team, leading up to this series now?
Mainly it's just been, like Coach said, individual work. We've been coming into the gym, just making sure we're, not getting too out of shape, not playing real game live minutes. So there's been a lot of conditioning work and just putting up shots. So that's really been the biggest thing right now.
Hey, Josh, this is Nick Keyser from the College Heights Herald. I know you guys probably haven't looked at Rice too much in depth, probably more doing that today. But what do you know about them so far and from your previous games that you played against them during your time at Western?
Just from last year, I remember they had a lot of guards that could shoot the ball really good, and they had one guard who attacked off the bounce pretty good, but that was it. I think today we're going to get more into, scouting and stuff like that, so we get a better feel for them.
In terms of you guys, kind of like I touched on earlier, you were playing really well before this long layoff. You guys were shooting the ball better. Not as much from 3 in that very last game, but over the course of the last 4 games as a whole, you guys were. What's it going to take to come into this one and try not to have any kind of layoff and try to just pick up that momentum where it left off a few weeks ago?
I think just our focus mentally is going to be the biggest thing, from us just being out for those 2 weeks and not being able to play. I think just getting through like the first 2 media timeouts, just getting through that smooth. I feel like if we can do that, then we'll be pretty good going down the stretch.
You kind of just spoke on that, just talking about, getting acclimated to the series and the games that are going to be happening this weekend. But on the court, what's going to be vital for you guys to stay focused on with a team that's coming off of a sweep this past weekend?
Like I said, just mentality. I feel like if we focus up, really lock in on the game plan defensively, knowing personnel and how to guard our opponents, then we'll be fine.